Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is a review for Put a Ring 1 in Season 2, Episode 9. Yeah, okay. It is 8:30 in the morning. I haven't woke since midnight, but I want to get this done. Okay. Do not forget to subscribe to my channels to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all know to subscribe to Jaylee's Corner, to also Jaylee's Corner Talk, and the link to Jaylee's Corner Talk is always in the description box below every single video. Okay, do not forget to like this video, comment in the comment section. Also hit the little share button to share on your social media. You can also remember to relax, to relate, to release. Center yourself and everyone around you. Don't get too relaxed like me and want to go to sleep because you have to finish the work, okay? Do not forget to also inhale and to exhale because it just helps you breathe, okay? Y'all know, follow me on social media on Twitter and on Cash App. It is JayLeesCorner. On IG, it is J_Lees_corner. Y'all know to like and subscribe and all that stuff. I came home and went and sat on my bed and fell asleep and woke up at like 12:15. And I have been woke ever since. And yes, it is now 8:30. So once I am done with this, I have uploaded, I'm going to bed. Okay? And I'll see y'all later on tonight to do Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I also have to do MTV The Challenge on the other channel. So yeah, I'm going to do all that after I get some rest. Okay? But let's get into Put a Ring on My Finger. Okay? We know all the foolishness that happened last week with Kai and with Darian and with Alexia. So they kind of are no longer on the show. We all know that Kai was all Kai, Jessica, and Alexia was all over social media this week. Honey, fussing about stuff and commenting on stuff and being extra about stuff. I was like, this reunion is going to be amazing because how can you not address the foolishness on social media? So let's move on past that. So we see the couples are still sitting around chitting, chatting. You know, we see Jessica and Eric are still fussing because she's so upset that he did not acknowledge her on Mother's Day. And you know, it was like she was upset he didn't acknowledge her. He's upset because once he apologized for it, she didn't want to understand how he felt. And Dr. Nicole said, both of y'all are just saying, y'all both is taking it personal. You know, y'all both want the other one to understand how the other one feel. It's this, girl, I'm like, girl, I'm tired in so many ways, but mainly because they both want to be heard in the relationship, but they both also play like, well, he doesn't listen to me, well, she doesn't listen to me. Y'all don't listen to each other. It's like y'all just fucking in that secret. I don't know. I'm leave that be. Anyway, you know, they then have to discuss their relationship, you know, the dates they all went on, how well they went. So, you know, Sean was surprised that LaRonda liked her date so much. I didn't think she liked him so much. Well, she does. I like him too. Okay. And then with Erica and Jessica, they both say how they both had good dates or whatever, but they both feel some kind of way about the other one feeling so free on the day. She like, I like how he liked me with no makeup. He was so this and he was so that. And he made me feel free, and he felt like I was free with Leilani. Okay, free as a fucking bird or whatever. So again, they both, it's like they're in a competition to who can make the other one feel the worst, or who can not hit the other one, or who can try to make the other one. I'm like, it's toxic. That's what it is. It's toxic. Okay, the last time I've done a review in the daytime with this daytime light has been a while. Anyway, they each have a choice to either go on another date with said person or no date at all because they would no longer be giving them new dates. Okay. So Sean says he does not want a third date with old girl because I did what I came here to do. What I came here to do was figure out that I see the value in only loving Laronda. Okay. And Laronda said, oh, that's so nice. I want a third date with Derek. With shock Sean. I can't believe it. What is she trying to do? Is she still want to date? I guess she do, Sean. Let it go. Okay. Now Jessica and Eric both decide to go on another date with both Sean and with Leilani. I'm not surprised at all. And then their assignment for this week is to have conversations about their family dynamic and how that may be affecting their relationship. Okay. Now we do see Sean and Laronda talking about family, and we find out that he is not close to his father. I think they may have brought that up before towards the beginning of the season. But his father was an alcoholic. He was abusive. He brought up how, it was a lot of domestic violence when he was little. And he used to remember like sitting there, crying about what was going on. So again, he is not close with his father, but he is close with his mother. And for LaRonda, who's close with her family, she's very close to her family. She feel like I would not be comfortable getting married if you're not willing to have some kind of reconciliation with your father. Like you need to have some kind of conversation. Like there needs to be some kind of common ground between y'all. Um, because I feel like the issues you have with him spill over into how you treat me or how we interact within our relationship. And I don't want that. I don't want any issues in our marriage or our relationship based on unresolved issues with your father. Okay, I need you to handle that. And his point is, I don't see how, like that's not good for me. You know what I'm saying? It would not be good for me to talk to him or whatever it's based on our past. So why would I do that when I know that's not good for me? I think things happen when you are a child and when you grow up, it is okay and healthy to want to address those things head on, because if you keep burying them, is you're gonna end up burying yourself. So I don't mind her suggesting that he at least has some kind of conversation with the father. It does not mean that you have to forgive him fully or even have a ongoing father son relationship, but it does mean you need to have that conversation to resolve some of that shit that's all up in you, whatever. Now, when Jessica and Eric discuss family, she brings up, his issues with his mom and how he a lot of times will shut his mom out, and that's also how he does her sometimes when he just feels he needs to, you know, and it concerns her because, and it's true, how a man treats his mother is typically how he will treat you, okay? And I say typically, not all the time, because there are always exceptions to every rule, but she's like that. This concerns me, and also because she says when he's upset with his mom and they're at odds, it makes his mom not like her because her and Eric are beefing, and so again, like I don't want that to happen. And his thing, like, well, I will sometimes reach out to her, and then she won't reach out back. But not only that, I was doing so much for her, and she was just never appreciative. You know what I'm saying? She was never satisfied. Like I built her a house, and she was pissed because I didn't furnish it. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. Based on the amount of money he was making, she felt like whatever I want, he should do. And if he does one thing, he should do two things. And he like eventually I got tired of that or whatever. So I'm like, you can't keep only wanting me to give, 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 give. And I'm like, man, look, if my mama want me to build her house and furnish it and I can afford it, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just would because it's my mother. But I do also understand everyone may not have had a mother like I have. I know some folks have horrible parents. So I think I don't know their dynamic is what I'm saying. So for Jessica, she was she feels like she was abandoned as a child because she was adopted. So her aunt adopted her, and so now she's big on family. That's why she's big on being a mom, because she did not have her own mom in her family. She brings up how she's always have wondered, or in the back of her head thought, because my mom did not want me, maybe no one else wants me either, and then that kind of trickled into all kind of shit. Okay, all she know about her mom was that her mom was a hooker, prostitute, who got pregnant by a black man, and because her mom's family was racist, they did not want her to keep her because Jessica is half black, and so that's all that she knows about her birth mom. I'm like, that's crazy. So I do wonder, did her aunt on her father's side raise her? Like, where did the Because I'm like, if her mom's family is racist, I'm assuming her aunt on her mom's side would not take her in. So I'm just confused about that. But again, I get the whole that's crazy, crazy, crazy. So she brings up how, she thinks that maybe the reason why she started stripping or dancing because, it's because of her mom. I'm like, well, I mean, okay. But she said how people thought she was also a hooker because she was a stripper and she hated that people thought that. And I was like, so because you found out your mama was a prostitute, you wanted to be a dancer? So I'm confused on that too. But again, just gonna need some therapy a little bit just to wade through that water of brokenness based on her mom never coming to look for her, never coming to, reconcile with her too. So again, whole bunch of shit. So we then see the 2 days going or 3 days that went on. We see Eric and Leilani went on a date. They went to like a relaxing salt room. It's like a spa, where you sit around in the salt and whatnot, and you kind of relax, relax, relax. So they had clothes, they had like little, stuff on them robes. But again, they're still too naked for my man to be next to anybody else. They were flirting with each other. He brings up how he was happy to be there, relaxing with her in the salt of it all. Okay, and they were just chitting, chatting, chatting, chitting, but still flirting nonetheless. And he brings up how being with her and dating her has been teaching him about temptation, about also about what he is possibly missing from Jessica, but not only that, what he may not be giving Jessica as well. And it was a weird flirting, but also like I'm saying, what have I got myself into? But then again, I'm saying I love my girl. So I mean, do I think Eric is banging Leilani? I don't think he's banging Leilani. I do feel like this is a more less sluttish way or less aggressive way to flirt and date a man who's in a relationship, unlike Kai, who banged Darian. If you can flirt but not cross that boundary, okay? So we're gonna let that be as well. Now, next up, we see Laronda and Derek on their date. And because he mentioned how he liked boxing, they was boxing in the park. Okay, box, 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 punch, 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 duck, duck, duck. Okay, and goose. So he brought up how he just wanted to, he was happy about this next date, and he just wanted to see um if they are really compatible for one, and two, like what's up with them and what's next. And they was kind of just chit chatting and whatnot, and she brought up how the reason she wanted a third date was because they had so much in common. In the date she had before, her and the guys did not have much in common. So she was intrigued to see, what else can go on. But she has no idea, what's coming next. I think because he's like, what's next? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know at all. He do bring up that, if her and Sean did not work, he would like to keep dating her because again they have a lot in common and he likes her. I like him. Okay, I like him. Anyway, we then see Jessica. Jessica goes on her other date with Sean. Okay. Sean really likes her. He tells her how, he looks forward to dating her, and she's what he's looking for. Okay, and even though he doesn't fully know her, the parts of him that the parts of her that he has gotten to know, he really likes. Okay, he just really wants to like keep dating her. He's coming on too strong for me. Cling alert, cling alert, clingy, clingy. Okay, it's saying too much. She tells him how you're a really nice guy. He said, you know what? That's true, but nice guys always finish last. They do. And I think you should see the writing on the wall. So, but she told him also that she likes how he has consistent energy, meaning, he's always consistently letting her know how he feels about her and like just being persistent, basically. And then she asked him, how would you feel, if this was our last time seeing each other? What would you say to me? He got emotional. I said, why? Why is he emotional? I'm just so confused. I'm looking like, bruh, you don't even know her like that. It's only why, okay? He was getting teary eyed. He said I would feel unfulfilled, you know, because we've been having an amazing time, and I'm saying I just feel like it's more to us than just these 4 days. I was like, really, bruh. one, okay? Because again, he has acted this way since day one. So it's like now being on day four, I think he feel like y'all go together. I don't think y'all do. I think he hope y'all do. In the back of his head, he think or he hope you think so too. Run away, okay? But he say, I feel like I'm doing a good job making her happy, and I just want her to be happy. I was like, Sean is crazy because I do feel like he's too deep into this only on day four. Because I felt like from day one, Jessica was only being, she was doing this to make Eric jealous. It was simply, she never had any intent on liking this man, and you can tell that. And she also doesn't like someone liking her outside of Eric. But it was nothing more than that. So I mean, girl, use what you got to get what you want. Now we do see the ladies all meet up with Alexia. Okay, they all go over to her house that we see, Dariana's not there. And, she's still upset about what happened, the fact that he cheated on her with Kai, that, after the fourth date, they banged it on out. So I don't even get how they got each other's, like, when did they even exchange phone numbers or whatever. So again, she's still upset and her feelings about what happened. I would be too. And she also like, it's crazy that he used or got what he wanted from her and then he ghosted her. Like that's some crazy shit. I was like, it is. It really, really. But the stuff going on social media between them is crazy too. Now I don't follow any of them on social media. I really don't. But of course, we've been seeing stuff and tagging stuff that's been going on, and I'm like, girl, it is team too much on every day. So there is, being nice and listen to her talk, whatever. And she brings up how, he keeps saying it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That it was wrong, he didn't mean it, it was wrong, 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 whatever. But I like how she said, it does not matter because again, you still did it. And because of that, I can never take you back. Okay, for the first time in 14 years, I'm choosing myself and I won't allow him to keep holding me back. Now, I mean, I hope that's true. On social media, it seems as if they are not together. But I mean, there's always tomorrow. And I do hope and pray that she keeps on moving on up to the east side to a deluxe condo in the sky high, okay? Because I can't, my throat is all gone anyway. But that's what happened with them, in that little conversation. We haven't seen Darren at all, and I feel like I would have loved to seen him talk to the guys because I want to see what the guys be like. Dude, why would you do that? Like that was crazy. But I'm gonna leave that be anyway. So they all then meet up with Dr. Nicole at at the end of the episode. And when we get with Eric and Jessica, because again they're talking about their family issues. And he talked about how with his mom issues or whatever, how again she's never satisfied with what he does for her. You know, she just wanted me to keep doing more and more and more, and he kind of got tired of it. He just kind of stopped doing for her in general, and so I feel like that maybe when they bump heads, when she feel like he not doing enough. But again, I don't know what kind of mama he I don't know what kind of mom she is. I can't say, well, why would you stop providing for your mom? But again, she could not be a good mom. So I don't know, whatever. But he said, for being here in this process or whatever, he has realized that, he needs to share how he feels. And sometimes it's not about even talking to her, but he just needs to get out his feelings. So he decided to, I need to write her a letter so that way I can express how I feel and she can take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of go from there. And when Dr. Nicole suggests, well, maybe you should also set boundaries because again, if your issue is she keep like I buy her a house, she wants me to get her a car, so it's always something extras that she wants from me, and so um, set boundaries so that way she also knows what not to do to get y'all back into a bad place. And then Erica brings up how for her, no, Eric brings up how going forward he wants him and Jessica to be better. That he wants to look at her and communicate with her through a better lens, and then talk things out instead of fussing things out and whatnot. They also want to integrate their kids because he has two kids, she has two kids, and neither of them have kids together as of yet. However, they want to set a good example for the kids to not, argue. And I like what Dr. Cole said. No, they need to see y'all have conflict because they need to know how to handle conflict in the real world. So many people try to protect their kids by not letting them see. If you hear running around, the dog upstairs is running around. I can't, girl, it's crazy. Um, but again, you should let your kids see you handle conflict. It does not mean that you show them toxic traits and volatile situations, but you want them to see how you can effectively communicate to resolve situations or whatever. Okay, so cool, cool, cool. When they did discuss Jessica being adopted or whatever, I was listening, but I wasn't listening because it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. But I think Eric did say how he thinks she's a great person. So even though she was adopted and she had these thoughts in her head about who she could be, might be, or should not be, or whatnot, he thinks she's a great person and whatnot. And I think she liked hearing him say how much he liked her. Okay, I got to think up because I'm sleepy. I'm fully sleepy now. I think my eyes are barely open. For Sean and Laronda, she has a very close knit family or whatever. And so for her, she needs him to want to fix his family dynamic. And, he feels like, well, look, I don't care if I see my dad or not. I don't really care, whatever I'm saying. If I see him, cool. If I don't, cool or whatever. And, basically based on not knowing if his dad will be able to or willing to love him back. So Sean don't want to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing worse than wanting to go talk to someone and make things better, and they the same, asshole they were, years ago or whatever, and now you feel hurt all over again. And Dr. Cole said a whole word. Okay, pitch back up. Um, she said reconciliation and resolution are two different things. You can't base your healing on reconciliation because that you can always struggle with. You can't make someone come to the table to resolve an issue. Okay, it takes one person to come resolve something, heal without anyone else having to do that too. It takes two people to reconcile, but only one person to have some type of resolution, because that's really only within yourself. Okay, I was like, that's amazing for her to kind of explain. You have to think about what your purpose is and what you're doing it for. And when she brought up how people have these ideas of who their parents are and what they should do, and you don't even get it. Sometimes, your parents' choices in life have nothing to do with you because they were already people who were not whole, and that's why they did not show up the way you expected them to. Because not only that, Sean needs to have resolve, within himself. He needs to do have resolve, and then he can be free. But the word of, your parents' decisions sometimes have nothing to do with you because they are not whole themselves. Just because somebody had a kid does not make them an able-bodied parent who knows what to do. Sometimes they are broken human beings who have birthed people who they can break even more if they stay around. So my God, you said a word. Anyway, they then discussed the dates. LaRonda did not want a fourth date with Derek, mainly because she wants to move on because she likes him, but she like start right here. So Jessica brings up how for her, because they were talking right, and she's like, well, Sean got emotional when I told him, when I asked him, if this was, excuse me, if this is our last date. The last time he saw me, how would he feel? He got teary eyed. He got sad. Okay, he got sad. Okay, he was emotional, whatever. And then she brings up how I've never seen a man get emotional unless it was out of anger. I'm like, is she talking? Is she talking to Eric? I think she's talking to Eric. It's just like she looked up. She was like, well, I've never seen a man, get emotional without, being mad. And I was like, oh Lord. She brings up how she had expressed her love, because Dr. Nicole asked, like, how is the dynamic when you and Eric? And she then said, well, I have expressed my love for him, but he's never done that to me without being upset or angry. And I was like, oh, he's mad. He's upset. Okay, he is upset. I was like, ooh, he like, he's like, I send you things daily to show you that I care. So to hear you say I don't do that is heartbreaking. Okay, he like this bullshit to make it seem like a dude she went on 4 dates with treats her better than me, who she's been with for 4 years, and that's how it goes off. And I was like, he mad. He's upset. He's perturbed. I was, because it is a hard thing to feel like, dang, we would have got. This is the crazy part to me. Could I be with a man who I've been with for 4 years who have never shown me love and affection? And I've said before, like you would be, me and the bad guy, me and the dude sleep, me and the officer, okay, me and the people I've dated over years, they have always expressed their love for me because I think those are the reasons you stay around when you stand around. So I do find it heartbreaking that if she feels like he's never expressed love for her, it's like how broken is she to stay around for that? Because I feel like in order to have a successful relationship at some point, even if you break up later, at some point there needs to be love and affection shown and expressed. So I feel bad that, she feels as if he does not express that he loves her. Like or she's lying. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy that people stay in those situations when they don't have to. And my thing too about that is if he don't show you love and affection, if he has never expressed himself and been emotional about him caring about you, why do you want to marry him? You know what I'm saying? I That's confusing to me. I don't get how people do those things. But anyway, y'all, it's 9 a.m. I'm finna go to bed because it's 9 a.m. in the morning. I've been up, you know, since midnight. The little nap I took, little 3 hour nap. Cause I woke up, I'm like, damn it, it's midnight. Okay, if I could just stay asleep, just keep your ass closed, Julie, and just don't get up. Cause if you stay asleep, and it didn't work. I was up. Anyway, I may do a live Sunday. I'm not sure, but I will definitely be back for Love and Marriage Huntsville and stuff. So again, have a great Saturday, y'all. It's early. Go get some sleep, y'all, or wake up. I've been up for y'all. But I will talk to y'all later. Peace.